Every time I listen to him talk, I think you just can't coach better than that guy does, at least in the things he says. David, you're sort of, I can see your expression. What'd you think of that?
He's just awesome. Every time he talks, I listen. And you got to have a level of accountability. And I love that he's holding guys accountable. Listen, Neek knows this. Everybody who's played in the NFL knows this. When you come in, you're learning what it's like to be a great teammate. You don't know. You want to get your numbers. You want to make your money. You want to go be a star. But then you realize, I'm a part of something bigger. And that's what Mike Tomlin said, yeah, we address this stuff. We go over it. This wasn't new to Chase Claypool. This wasn't something that we just did for the first time. He knows better. We're going to expect better from him. This is how you turn a young man into a man. This is how you build your team and continue to grow and get better. And that's why Mike Tomlin's so good.
What are your thoughts, Timmy?
Yeah, I agree with David. When probably everyone on the set here, when Tomlin talks, it's like, yep, that's a great way to address this. Like, that's perfect. I think the thing that's surprising for me, and Tomlin's right, like, this is coach. It's not like that situation should have been new to Chase Claypool. What's surprising to me, Claypool's last year at Notre Dame, I had a couple of their games, and I was always really impressed with the guy. Here's a guy coming from a big program. He was a star receiver, borderline potential first-round draft pick. He ends up going in the second, but he was a gunner on the punt team. So kind of to David's point about this idea about being a team player, like, he kind of was that at Notre Dame. Like, there was this element of unselfishness in a big program. And so I'm surprised to see some of the, lack of awareness or selfishness that it appears to be coming from him.
You had another interesting thought, Domonique, when you and I talked about this morning, because all I ever really was at the end of the day was a fan, and the fan in me is screaming, you got to bench him. You got to sit that guy down. You got to teach him a lesson. And you were telling me why that would be the exact wrong thing to do.
He's learned the lesson. He's paid the price. For a week now, everyone in Pittsburgh and even national media, people have been piling on him, calling him selfish and stupid and blaming the entire game on him because he made a couple of mistakes. He's already paid that price. What Mike Tomlin is doing and what he did in that speech is he named other guys who need to grow up too. What he was doing was giving Chase Claypool a dignified and a proud way to move on. Because right now, anyone who's under attack, even if you're wrong, your instinct is to bow up your back and be defensive and not learn from the experience. All he needs now is a dignified exit, and Mike Tomlin is trying to provide that for him so he can grow from it.
That's well said. That said, David, this is a division in which everyone is still in it. So let me ask you the question directly. Can the Steelers still win this division?
No. God, no. I mean, no, absolutely not. You can't even get me to – I know the history and all that stuff, but you can't get me to buy any stock in Pittsburgh from what I've seen from this team. I mean, Dalvin Cook just rushed for 3,000 yards in the first half. This is supposed to be toughness on defense too? No, absolutely not.
That was the answer we knew was coming. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. And you can see our analytics completely agree. You see them all the way down there at the bottom of the chances of winding up winning it. All right, we're going to leave it there for the moment.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.